Because a lot of people are trying to get to Atlanta and Nashville, but I think the Orion Amphitheater is like one of the biggest indicators to to stay. That's $40 million that was spent, $20 million from the city. That's approximate, but just say half from the city and half private. So that just goes to show that the city is investing. Our infrastructure, they're investing in those things. So.
Right. Awesome. What's good? We got Rick in the house.
I'm here, man.
I'm so excited. Me too. Welcome to Level Up Podcast. This is yours truly, the real Gianna Petty. And you always in for a ride. Like, we always have the best here in the city of Huntsville. So I'm excited. Thank you for being here. Welcome. So we have Rick. I could go down a whole list of things right now about you, but I'm gonna just give you the opportunity to introduce yourself, tell us who you are.
Yeah.
And go from there.
So my name is Rick Bradshaw. If you're from the city, you may know me from a while ago from Concrete Alabama magazine. That's kind of
classic.
How we got our start here as it relates to the media. I am a Huntsville native though,
Right.
so I am from here.
Okay.
My wife and I own a company called Impresario Productions. Impresario, yeah, that's kind of what we're doing here, modern day. And we deal with all different types of productions, concerts, festivals. We curate, we produce.
Nice.
A little bit of everything, but I'm sure we're gonna get into that too.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, awesome. Well, I want to thank you because Concrete Magazine to me was like the best idea ever, and you highlighted a lot of entertainment, right?
Yes, definitely. And
I thought that was just really good, because we don't have that, and that's what similar to my goal here with the podcast is to highlight those who are doing things. I think a lot of us know what's going on or that we are making things happen, but we're not coming together.
Yes.
So I feel like it's a way for us to be like, okay, I see the podcast and this person's doing that, and maybe we can reach out to each other in some type of way, Definitely. But that's beautiful, and you still here coming along, bigger and better things at this point, right?
Definitely. I love my city. I love what you said as well, because that's kind of the tip that we're on as well. Really networking,
right,
and making what we do inclusive and involving everybody. I feel like that's kind of how you get the most productivity and how you maximize those opportunities. Is really coming together, sharing knowledge, and especially the different things that people are doing, the different businesses, the different events that are happening here in the Tennessee Valley. So I definitely co-sign that.
Yes, awesome. That's perfect. So what are you doing now? What's been up?
So a lot. There's a lot of. It's almost like an agenda here. So and that's why I'm glad that I had an opportunity to come talk on your platform today, because I want to let the people know about a lot of different things that are going on here. So right now, probably one of the biggest pushes that we're doing is kind of I guess you could say a partnership with the Orion Amphitheater.
Yes.
So some people may be familiar, some may not, but the grand opening of the Orion Amphitheater is May 13th through the 15th. Okay. They've dubbed it the First Waltz, and it's a 3-day weekend.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
But my wife and I, we're really heavily involved with the third day, which is the Sunday.
Okay.
Sunday, you have acts like Trans Lee, you have the Neighbors, you have the Huntsville Drumline, Kelvin Wooten, Deacon Sue, the Aeolians, and more people as well, some great hosts and things like that. So we're really just helping to raise awareness of that, and really to get as many people involved as we can. Really doing promotional partnerships with different businesses and different platforms like yourself to in layman's terms just get everybody there. It's a great opportunity, and it's one of those things where if we can have great representation, we can keep on doing it. We can bring the acts that we want to see, the acts that are specific to our demographics.
Right. So let's touch on the theater a little bit, because I was talking to one of my friends and he was like, "What's the Amphitheater?" And I was like, "Okay, let me send you a picture."
For sure.
And he looked at it, and he was like, "I was like, this is being built right over in Mississippi." He was like, "What?" I was like, "Yes." So can you briefly explain what an amphitheater is, because some people don't even know?
Yeah. So amphitheater is think of it like an outdoor stadium with no roof. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't have a roof. It's designed to maximize the acoustics in it based on the seating and the leveling of it. The one that we have here accommodates 8,000 people.
Okay.
And they're about 120 days out. I think, May, about 120 days out. And it's a platform. It's literally going to be the biggest stage that Huntsville's had. To be able to bring national acts, medium acts, also, local acts as well. And really just, provide a platform for the music here. I'm sure it'll be more than music that happens there.
Right.
But it is in the heart of Mid-City.
Anything entertainment though, right?
Anything entertainment for sure.
Got you. Okay. Yeah. Good deal. So outside of that, what else is new?
Let's see. Also, I'd like to raise awareness for the Huntsville Public Library. They have a program called Blast Music. And essentially what they're doing is creating a catalog of music here from the Tennessee Valley. They're also compensating people as well.
Good to know.
It's very good to know. So if you're an artist who really takes it serious, especially artists who are veterans and who already have a body of work where you can just literally upload it to there. Now the caveat is that they're doing 25 artists, 25 acts, 25 groups, and so it's a first come first serve type of thing. So
has it already launched?
So it has launched. They had one submission so far, but now the second is about to open up here in February.
Okay.
And what I'll do as well, like I said, I'm gonna send you some links and some different images and things like that. But my Facebook is Rick Bradshaw. You can follow me on there, and I'll make sure that I put something up, like a link or something, so that you can find out more about a lot of what we're talking about today. I'm also on Instagram under Onomafia, Onomafia, and just periodically just put out a lot of different things that are going on in the city that people may or may not know about.
Right. Good deal. Yeah, I'm glad you said it because I just sent somebody a text about that because that's important.
It is.
They're working on a project and making an NFT and doing things.
I'm loving NFTs.
Yeah.
And really,
have you bought any yet?
I haven't. I'm still kind of. I want to create an NFT as it relates to music. Is that what you're talking about with your friend as well? Yeah, I want to be able to do that. Like for music, for album, I executive produce as well, and so I think that's a great incentive for fans or just people who aren't familiar as well, where you're able to kind of get in early and have some equity and investment in you either discovering this artist early or just being a connoisseur of music and knowing them, or just being a loyal fan. Either way,
Right. Yep. I think that'd be really good. A good incentive for artists for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, because it goes into a lot about ownership. Being able to do everything on your own, not really needing the big wigs and stuff like that. And I mean, I've been telling people a lot lately, listen, if you don't learn much about this metaverse and, fintech and crypto and, all that, then you're going to be left behind.
It's true. So. It's true. It's just like the internet, honestly. It is a wave, and it's something that, the earlier that you get in and you have an understanding, the much better you'll be at, the much more profitable it'll be as well.
Yeah. I think it'll be easier, per se, to maneuver in this newer... world that we're in. I have not bought any myself. I do plan to. I wanted to get in on Nas. Nas was giving like 2 singles, and I think it's too late now, but I am owner of one by default because I'm working on a project with some people.
That's dope.
Make sure you guys go check out Lazy Boxer NFT. But so anyways, I was thinking about like where you started. Can we go into a little bit about that? Like, what made you even come up with Concrete, or what was your background like bringing you into where you are now?
So I can't take credit for Concrete. I franchised Concrete Alabama magazine. I saw when I was in Nashville, I went to Tennessee State.
Okay.
And I met my wife up there in Nashville as well. She went to MTSU, and I kept seeing it everywhere I went, like from doctor's offices to barber shops to... You
kept seeing Concrete?
Concrete, yeah. Because it started up there, originated in Nashville.
Okay.
They also had a franchise in Memphis as well.
Okay.
Who was very early, both of those platforms, just very early as it relates to breaking artists. People like Young Dolph, Yo Gotti, Lil Wayne. I'll put a link up for that as well. Okay. But when you go back and see some of those artists, you're going to be amazed at the relationships that they had very early before a lot of your favorite artists and mainstream artists had a lot of their hits and things like that. So I saw that up there and was able to finesse a way to be able to get to talk to the owner, because it was very hard to get in contact with the owner. And from there, I had a presentation for him and a proposal, and the rest is history. Was able to franchise Concrete and made Concrete Alabama magazine. I actually had the largest territory because we had the state.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's the start.
So what was your background like? What did you go to school for?
I went to school for business information systems.
Okay.
So kind of something different, but kind of aligned as well with what's going on with social media and things like that, and understanding that. But yeah, I went to school for business information systems.
Okay. So that kind of takes you far in a lot of areas.
For sure. For sure.
Awesome. So what is one thing you wish you would have known before you got into your career?
I wouldn't say known, but I would say, well, it's common knowledge, but I think I would have been more proactive about it. And I think that has to do with intellectual properties and just knowing how to maximize intellectual properties as it relates to us creating them ourselves.
Right.
And our sayings, our ideas, our concepts, just being able to trademark, being able to copyright, being able to own whatever those ideas were, especially at the inception of them, because you think like if you were able to really own a lot of these things from the very beginning, you know, you really could maximize those situations and those opportunities, those partnerships and those relationships. So I would say that.
Has anybody ever like stolen some of yours or your associates' products? Or?
I've had friends, not necessarily tangible products, but ideas,
right, ideas
and things like that. Yeah. So yeah, I think that happens to everybody.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, but I can definitely relate to that.
But if we, I guess it'd be more comfortable though if we were able to lock in the intellectual property, patent it, whatever, trademark, like you said. So I just wanted to highlight that a little bit. Like that is key. If you have an idea, you know, be careful, because even when you think about it and it goes out into the universe, you know, you don't want to not use it and then somebody else come up with the idea later.
Yes.
Like one of my friends, I'm sorry.
No, yeah.
One of my friends said that she came up with the idea of like, I don't know what the name of it was, but you know how elderly people, the button that you can press when they need help?
Yes.
Like help or something like that.
Yes.
She said that was her idea, and like a year or two later it came out.
Wow.
I was like, man.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But even things like sayings, like especially here from Huntsville, like
like
for me, I when I look up the Urban Dictionary and I look up words like fourth or fourth,
right? Yeah.
Like it says Huntsville, Alabama,
yeah.
And you just think about something like that, like, and it may or may not be trademarked now, but being able to trademark something like that and then maximize it, whether it be in lyrics of a song, whether it be a saying, be on T-shirts. You remember Antoine Dodson? And,
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So some of those things and those sayings and things like that, you can maximize that stuff. You know.
True. Yeah. Very true. Very true. So what is a couple of things like resources that has helped you along the way?
I would say experience and going through things is I think that's like a resource in itself. It's
it is.
It's learning, because it's literally nothing like it, and you can take the most from it. But other than that, I would say probably social media and YouTube and things like that, because now you can pretty much look up anything and be able to become a subject matter expert at it. So really utilizing that, and with NFTs and a lot of things that we're talking about today, just finding a great source as you're researching that, and somebody that you can relate to and that resonates, and then let them be your teacher,
Right. So are you planning on doing any community events? I know you do them like once a year.
I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah, so the Block Festival, we do that every year. So this will be Block 22. This will be our 7th year.
22nd one?
No, I wish. Hopefully that's coming.
7th year.
Hopefully that's coming, but this will be our 7th year.
Okay.
It's a free event for those who don't know. The website is 5pointsblock.com, and we have photos and videos. We've had a lot of mainstays and artists that are, medium to large artists that have Trans Lee has performed. We've had Pope perform. We've had Zilla. The list goes on and on. We've broke a lot of artists, so it's just a great platform. We usually always incorporate STEAM in it as well, so that there's an educational piece. It's inclusive. We have kids. We've had sponsors like Hair Queen to come out and give away bundles of hair and do training seminars and stuff at it. So it's a very unique platform, and I would definitely encourage everybody to come out. If you go to the website as well and you're an artist and you're interested in performing or you're a vendor, there's a way that you can basically submit as well to be able to do that for this year coming up. It's in August too.
Okay, that's my next question. Because I'm like in and out of town, so I haven't been able to catch one, but it's in August.
Yes, so the third weekend in August is what we usually try to do. That's usually when the colleges get in. Yeah, that's when school starts. So we try to make that the first experience for people coming from out of town.
Awesome, cool. So tell me them again.
The festival?
Yes.
5 Points Block Festival. So it started at 5 Points, and my wife and I, that's where we reside, in the 5 Points area. So while it started at 5 Points, we've since been having the festival at Low Mill.
Okay.
So
yes, yeah. Low Mill, I love the place.
I mean, I always have something to touch on, and that's why I love, coming on a platform like this,
right? And
really just talking to the people. There is a magazine that my wife and I are going to launch here. It's going to be a limited edition magazine. It's going to be called Quarter Six. Quarter Six, yeah. Okay. Like a lot of people from Huntsville know, and kind of, that's the moniker around here, Quarter Six. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we're going to publish a magazine spring of this year, and it'll be similar to Concrete Magazine.
Okay.
It'll be smaller, or at least starting out that way.
Okay.
And we'll be distributing it. It'll be free, and it'll kind of the same business model.
Okay.
But it'll definitely be a reflection of what's going on here, the culture, and the snapshot as well.
Okay. I was gonna say, is it only entertainment or?
Nah, so it'll be inclusive. So yeah, so you have entertainment. But you'll still have small businesses as well. Right. You'll have stories from some of those small businesses and testimonies and things like that. So like a multi-purpose use for it,
Okay. I'm gonna need an ad in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm telling the people too. This is a great time.
Piece of that.
Yes, we got a website, qtr6.com. Okay. You can go to the contact page and just email us. And
nice. I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
Because I have seen for years, I can't think of the name of them, but even I think downtown at one point. I was in like a smoothie shop or something, or juice shop, and they had some very nice professional magazines, but of course it was like only one or two of us in there.
Indeed.
And I'm like, well, but I know at this point we got to do our own thing if we want it to happen, right?
It's not always the case,
So I'm excited about that because we don't have it.
Yes.
And magazines are still in full effect, I think.
I think so too. It'll likely be a physical and a digital version of it. That's kind of how we did Concrete as well. Right. So, yeah, I think that would be great.
Yeah, it's just another way to bridge the gap too between who's out there, what's doing, what's going on. Mm-hmm. Cool, that's good stuff.
Yes.
Awesome. So I'm gonna have to go to that. You said
5 Points Block Festival.
QRT though.
So Quarter Six, yeah. So QTR6.com.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, QTR6. I'm gonna have to remember that.
Yes.
Awesome. So at this point though, like in business, where did you see yourself here? Like early on? Or where did you want to go?
My business plan was to utilize and maximize the relationships from Concrete Alabama magazine to pretty much do what we're doing now, which, like I said, we have a public relations and a production company. And what I like about that is there's so much that falls under that umbrella, Right. We have a lot of, I guess you could say, like preferred vendors that we deal with, and we network. And I think that's, my wife and I, that's what we are the best at is communication, but then taking a relationship that we have over here and then introducing this and connecting people. Yeah. And it's like with the growth of Huntsville right now, what's going on, it's literally like the perfect time to be able to take advantage of that and to be able to monetize that. And so we do
I have FOMO right now with Huntsville. Like
FOMO,
fear of missing out.
Oh yeah. And you should. And that's what I encourage most people to do, because a lot of people are trying to get to Atlanta and Nashville, but I think the Orion Amphitheater is like one of the biggest indicators to to stay. That's $40 million that was spent, $20 million from the city. That's approximate, but half from the city and half private. So that just goes to show that the city is investing. Our infrastructure, they're investing in those things. So.
Right. Yeah, definitely. I'm like, this is my hometown, right? So I want to give back and put into it continuously. And figure out how to monetize it, in the process, because I do see us being the next Nashville or Atlanta. So,
and you saying that, so here's what I'll say, because like I said, I spent some time in Nashville. I was at Tennessee State, and my wife is from there. My wife, she went to FAMU before she went to MTSU, And what she saw was that there was like a big boom in Nashville. And it's like either you're there and you're able to take advantage of it and you're on the ground floor, or you're not and you're trying to get back in. And it's a little bit challenging to get back in. So I encourage everybody to, you know, stay here now to be able to get in on it, be able to, whatever your passion is, to go ahead and let it have wheels and feet now, so that 5 years from now you're locked in and you're not somebody from the outside trying to get in.
Right. And I met a young lady a couple weeks ago. Shout out to Whitney. She is not from here, and she said she was kind of like off in the background for a little while. She had a job, a pretty decent job, I guess, for the government. But she started to branch out and go into coaching and stuff. And she said that she realized not just people from here, a lot of people from different areas would always say like, oh, there's no money here, or nobody wants to spend money or support you, blah, blah, blah. And she just kind of pointed out that, first of all, there's a lot of people here in Huntsville specifically that are not from here. True. And they are ready to spend money.
Indeed.
So I want to like dispel that myth, because we kind of like change our mindset around like, oh, nobody wants to help or support. Like, there's plenty of people out here.
Yes.
Even the locals are waking up and realizing like, okay, this is what we got to do, you know? Yeah. So it's plenty of money here, plenty of things to do, especially like you said, you know, starting up and going with it, taking advantage, and over time you'll see people support, you know, the cause.
Definitely.
Yeah. Were you gonna say anything before?
Well, I was just going like, I'm like the biggest cheerleader for my city, but I think it's because of the opportunities that are here, even like in real estate. You know, in Huntsville, there's a low cost of living. I'm sure that's going to change in the future, in the immediate future. And that's why I just encourage everybody to get in as soon as you can and really take full advantage of our market. Like right now, I just see the distinction between Huntsville and Nashville. And it was only a matter of years as it relates to it going from like minimal traffic to a lot of traffic. And if you live in Madison now, you already know like it's building, man. It's coming. So I just encourage everybody to get active. You know? Yeah.
That's good. All right. So is there one thing that you would ask yourself that I didn't ask you?
As it relates to this interview?
Yeah, like what?
Or just period?
In general, yeah.
Nah, I mean you covered everything. I think my big thing that I come back to is experience. Yeah. And I mean, really one of the only ways to really take advantage of it is to get your experiences in early. Yeah. Because the earlier you experience that, the quicker you can go ahead and implement it.
On the experience. When you say that, can you go into a little bit of details?
Yeah. So experience like in music, experience in videography and doing interviews. Like, I mean, I remember when we first started with Concrete Alabama magazine, and you know, even the technical aspect of it, your audio, your lighting, your background, the type of questions that you want to ask to be able to get great answers, with public relations, learning the best way to be efficient with information, especially if you have several clients, being able to manage information so it makes it easy to be able to create a partnership or to be able to do paperwork. Just the things that you learn from experience. There's nothing like it, and the best thing to do is to start it early. Even if you look at athletes, the best athletes are the ones who started early. Right. So also there is a documentary I'm working on. Okay. I have a couple different partners with it. I have you guys may be familiar with Cody G.
Yes. I've heard a little bit about it.
Yes, and then there's Creative Visions Media Group as well. And then of course Impresario, and there are actually a lot of other people involved as well. This is becoming a machine, but we are doing a documentary. The first trailer is going to release tomorrow, so I'll have it on my page. Again, ONOMAFIA on Instagram. Cody will have it on his page. I think it's Cody Global, and the documentary is called The 72 Experience, The Valley of Soul, and it speaks to Highway 72. And just where it takes you as it relates to the culture and the music here. You know what I'm saying? It takes you down to Muscle Shoals. It takes you all the way to Chattanooga, and it just covers music from places like Fame Studios, and you know, your Etta James and things like that, but it brings it all the way to current day as well. So it's something that I think is inclusive, and it just highlights things like the Jesse Owens Museum. There's a gentleman here in Huntsville, William Hampton, who has Huntsville Revisited, who's next to Dark Side. There's just a lot of history, but also present as well. And I think it's a great documentary to watch with anybody. Your parents, they're gonna be able to relate to it, but I think your kids will enjoy it as well. It just kind of comes from the past all the way to the present, and it encompasses. A lot of people,
let alone they do their young history at this point, but it'll be good to highlight that, especially for us that are from here.
Yes.
You know, to know where we came from and see that progress. So that'd be dope. So when is it actually released, or can you tell me?
So it'll release. I think this summer. I have to talk to my counterpart, my partners with that. But I'm thinking around this summer. But definitely this trailer is going to be releasing tomorrow, and it'll just give you a snapshot of it. And I think you guys are gonna like it.
Cool. Yeah. What inspires you to keep going? Because I know being, well, not just your industry, but just like as an entrepreneur, dealing with people every day, you know, especially with different artists, you know, just trying to keep all these different projects together. Like, what keeps you going?
Each new day, like the experiences and the possibility of the experience, the possibility of who I may meet, the conversations that I may have, who may see the content that's created. Just the possibility of what can happen, I think, is like my biggest motivator. So that's cool, because you're not basing it off of like what's already happened or even what might be currently going on in your life. You just like, you know, you never know what's gonna happen today. Put yourself in the best position for the best thing to happen.
It's a good mindset to have. Cool. Any last words you wanna share with us? We got Rick Bradshaw, y'all.
Like I said, quarter6.com, QTR6.com, 5 Points Block Festival, the Orion Amphitheater. That's May 13th to the 15th, but very specifically Sunday. I need everybody's help to show up. It's gonna be a great show. Yes. There's probably gonna be some surprises.
Huge.
Yes. Yeah. Probably gonna be some surprises there. So I don't say anything. But I just encourage everybody to come out and to support those things. Cool.
So let's leave with one thing or two. What is one book or person that inspires you to? Or like anybody that you kind of model after, or
I like two people in particular. I like Jermaine Dupri, and I like Hype Williams. I like Hype Williams in the sense of.
You don't have to educate me. Who's Hype Williams?
Oh no. Well, here's the thing. So Hype Williams, you've probably seen a lot of his work, but you
just not know his name.
So Belly.
Okay. Got you.
A lot of like the videos, like Big Pimpin' and some of your favorite artists' videos, like maybe say the early 2000s. And even now. But there's a distinction about what he does and how he produces things. So him as a director and as a producer and how he manifests his visuals. But Jermaine Dupri for his business mindset. You know, he was very early age, one of the youngest millionaires with Chris Cross. I think he was like 16 years old. And just, you know, doing that, and then what he's done in his city since in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? He's been doing it for a long time, and he's still doing it. That's somebody that I would love to.
I'm from the background too, because I'm gonna have to look into that. Because I have a few people like my favorite. One of my favorites is Rick Ross. Like I just love how he thinks, right? 50 Cent.
What about females? Who do you look up to?
Females?
Yeah, who do you look up to female wise? Some good role models, some good.
Let me think for a second. By the way, it's Rick Ross' birthday. Happy birthday, Rick Ross. Females. That's a good question. Oh, she's not. Well, she actually is going to be well known after March. Stormy Wellington.
Okay.
She's very well known in the network marketing industry, and that's my background. She is, when I tell you she's on fire, like she's on point. So she has like her whole estate. She's one of the top money earners in the industry. Wow. She's coming out with a show on Lifetime. It's supposed to release in March. It's called Road to Millions or something like that.
I like
but yes, Stormy Wellington, and it's weird, but I have more male influences than female.
It's whatever, man.
So yeah, but I was trying to think of the one lady. She's on reality TV. Love and Hip Hop. Y'all help me out.
Love and hip hop or love and marriage?
Love and hip hop. No.
Okay. Mona? No. Mona Scott? She's a cast member.
Yes. She's married to the bald-headed, dark-skinned guy.
Rashida? No. I haven't watched in a while.
I think it is Rashida. But anyway.
Is it married to Kurt?
No, I think it was Rashida.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyway. Yeah. So anyway, y'all, this is fun. We're gonna have to do a part 2.
For sure, I'm cool. I'm with that.
Okay, cool. So y'all are tapped in, tuned in to Level Up with the real Gianna Petty. Our special guest here today is Rick Bradshaw. Super heavy guy here in the community. I always leave every episode with this quote. We call it the Jbl Quote. It simply goes like this: life is good, people are kind, love with your heart, think with your mind, write it down, believe it's true, have faith. I said that all backwards. Life is good, people are kind, love with your heart, think with your mind, write it down, live your dreams, have faith, and believe it's true. There we go.
Ooh,
that
was
it right there. So anyways, I appreciate you all for tuning in. I ask our interviews one question, and what is that one thing that you think you need to level up to improve your business, whether it be life, business, whatever the case may be? What do you think you need to level up?
Just taking advantage of everything that I can. Just maximizing every experience that I have and every interaction and engagement that I have with people.
Got you.
Yeah.
Cool. I like that.